Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn about Grade 4 Social Studies Chapter 4 India Physical Features Part 2. Here first we will get to learn about the Great Indian Desert. The Thar Desert lies in the northwestern part of India. It is a vast arid region. Extends from Gujarat in the west to Punjab and Haryana in the north. A major part of this desert lies in Rajasthan. The Thar Desert has an extreme type of climate. During summer, the days are very hot while the nights are cooler. In winter, the days are warm but the nights are very cold. The desert is almost dry because it receives very little rainfall. River Luni flows through this region. Most of the desert is covered by shifting sand dunes. A sand dune is a small hill of sand formed by winds. Another feature of the desert region are oases. An oasis is an area in a desert where water is found. Some plants that grow in the desert region are khejri, cactus, babul and date palm. The Thar Desert are very famous for its forts, national parks and camel ride. The Thar Desert attracts many tourists from India and abroad every year. Our next physical features of India is the Peninsular Plateau, or else we can say the Southern Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau extends from the south of the northern plains and it is extended up to the Kanyakumari in the south, which is the southern tip of India. It is broadly divided into two parts, Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau. The Central Highlands are bordered by Aravalli ranges in the northwest and Vindhya range in the south. The Central Highland include the Malba Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. The Malba Plateau forms the western part of the Central Highlands. Narmada and Tapi rivers flow through this plateau and drain into the Arabian Sea. Next, the Chota Nagpur Plateau lies to the eastern side of the Central Highlands. The Rajmahal Hills form the northeastern part of this plateau. Some important rivers flowing through this plateau are Damodar, Son and Bokaro. This plateau is rich in minerals. Next, the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau extends from the Satpura range in the north to Kanyakumari in south. On the western part of this Deccan Plateau lie the Sahyadri, Nilgiri, Anaimalai and Cardamom hills. These hills form the western Ghats. Anaimudi, which is located in Kerala, is the highest peak of the western Ghats. The eastern part of the plateau is bordered by the Eastern Ghats. The climate of these plateau regions overall varied from moderate to hot. Some major rivers which flow through the Deccan Plateaus are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. These rivers flow from west to east and drain into the Bay of Bengal. Coorg, Ooty. These are some famous hill stations in the Deccan Plateau. The Ghats have many forests which provide wood and medicines. These forests are home to many animals such as sambar deer, hyena, nilgiri. Many important minerals are also found in this plateau region. Next, we are learning about the coastal plains. The coastal plains are the flat areas located near a sea or an ocean. The coastlines of India is divided into the western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains. The western coastal plains located between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. These plains extend from Gujarat to Kerala and are divided into three parts: Gujarat coast, Konkan coast, Malabar coast. The western coastal plains experience a warm climate throughout the whole year. Some rivers flow through this plain are Narmada and Tapi. Some important cities situated on the western coastal plains are Kochi, Thiruvananthapuram, Mumbai, Goa, Ernakulam. Now the eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains lie between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. The main rivers which flow through this plain are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. These rivers and their tributaries flow into the Bay of Bengal at the last. The northern part of these eastern coastal plains is called the Northern Circus and the southern part is known as Coromandel Coast. Means the eastern coastal plains of India is divided into two parts, the Northern Circus and the Coromandel Coast. The climate is hot and humid. The rivers flowing through this plain deposit silt which makes this region very fertile. Visakhapatnam, Puducherry, Chennai are some important cities situated on this eastern coastal plains. Chennai and Visakhapatnam are well-known port cities. The ports located here help in transporting goods to other countries. Next, we will learn about the islands. Island means the land areas which are surrounded by water from all the sides. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands. These two are the main groups of islands of India. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands lies in the Bay of Bengal to the southeastern side of India. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands is a union territory of India with Port Blair as the capital. Havelock Island, Car Nicobar. These are the important islands located here. Next, Lakshadweep Islands are located in the Arabian Sea to the southwestern part of India. This island group is the smallest union territory of India. Kavaratti is the capital. The Lakshadweep Islands are small coral islands, some of which are uninhabited. Some of the main islands are Minicoy, Agatti, Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So today we have learned about different types of landforms of our India. First we have learned about the Thar Desert. Second we have learned about the peninsular or else the southern plateau. Then we have learned about the coastal plains of India. And at last we have learned about the island groups of India. Hope you all have understood. Thank you everyone.